Hi everyone. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. Unfortunately, our wonderful host got kicked off his internet via technical difficulties, so we had to quickly restart a new Hangout here. So here we are back, ready to make 2014 the best year ever. I'm Ravenite, your enchanting entrepreneur, here to enchant and enhance your 2014. Take it away, Nestor.
All right, thank you, Raven. That's a great
You're
introduction right
welcome.
here. But like we were saying before, we were rudely interrupted, that 2014 is right up the corner, and so we have to start getting ready, starting to plan what's up ahead. Because what happens is that if we don't set goals, if we don't plan, then nothing really happens, and everything stays the same, and then we start complaining why we are not having any success or any kind of changes in our lives. So because of that, we need to start setting some plans. And tonight, we're actually gonna share with you some of the ways that we plan things, the way we kind of think about the goals and make sure that everything is set the right way, how to get ourselves clear in order for us to be able to visualize those goals in the future, which is very important. With that little small introduction, my friend, I'll send it to Mauricio.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Nestor. Yeah, absolutely. I believe if you take the next few minutes here with us, guys, and just a brief parenthesis here, just if you are seeing this live, just make sure to let the people that you invite, let them know they can go and refresh. We are back. We are live. Like Raven said, we had a technical difficulty, so just make sure to refresh it. I know there's people that sending messages and chat. Down below, we have a space on the website that you probably are, where is your comment. So just make sure to let know the people we are back, because I mean we are very excited to be here with you, because we strongly believe, guys. And by the way, for those who doesn't know us, my name is Mauricio. I'm here
With Juan,
yeah, my brother.
we're the Garza brothers.
Yeah, and just to let everyone know, you're welcome here. You are very welcome. We are excited to have you here, because we're going to share some things, guys, that we strongly believe can literally help you to kick ass your goals for the next year, for the 2014, and literally boost your income, because there's some things we've been receiving, we've been harvesting from our work down here with the Prosperity team, with everyone that is in the panel tonight, and we've been working on doing some things different in order to have a better 2014, because we believe right now you have the opportunity to decide whether your 2014 is going to be just, I mean, like most of you got an email. It says either it's going to be the best year of your life, and that's what we are here to do and help you, inspire you to do, or you have the opportunity, if you choose to do that, to have the same year of your life. But we believe you are here because of a reason. We believe we are here because of a reason, and that's to share a little bit about a story about our own experiences and our own strategies, and how and what we are going to do to face the next year. So I know Raven has some exciting things to share with all of you guys. So we are going to take probably more minutes passing the 9 p.m. EST, just for the matter that we have some technical difficulties, but we are here to serve you. So we are going to make our best to pack all the value so you can get it and you can have an extraordinary hangout here with us. So with that being said, I want to say welcome here, welcome. We appreciate you, we believe in you, and we believe you can have an awesome year. the next year as we are going to have, because we took the decision to kick ass next year. So, Raven, are you here?
That's right.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
Here I am. Okay, so yeah, I just some ideas to kind of get you pointed in the right direction. Goal setting obviously is one of the big things. Like if you have no goals and no dreams, you have nothing to achieve. You have nothing to work towards. So you really need to start with a goal, start with some goals, start with some, dreams. Turn your as Napoleon Hill says, uh, a dream is a goal with a deadline. So
Mm.
set
Okay.
deadlines to your goals, set deadlines to your dreams, and then you can make them happen. Kind of decide what you want to create. We have 2 weeks before 2014 starts. As of today, we have exactly 2 weeks. So it's a good time to start working on your goals, your New Year's resolutions, if you would like to call them that. But whatever your goals are, whether they be for health or business or relationships or whatever kind of goals you want to create, they all kind of work hand in hand, because without positive relationships and without positive health, you can't really achieve in business. So you kind of need to have a balance of everything in order to really be successful in your life. So try not to forget any parts there, and keep your goals. We don't have our personal trainer with us tonight that could really put some perspective on some of the health goals, but we do have, we all have knowledge in all areas that we can share. And one of the first things, because we have 2 weeks before we get started, is resolve any unfinished personal issues that you have before the month ends. Take some time. If you really want 2014 to, really be amazing, try to resolve anything that's kind of, sapping your energy right now, anything that's distracting you, any conflicts with people who normally would support you, kind of work on resolving those. Just look inside. Do you have any inner conflicts that you need to deal with to kind of push forward? And I know myself, I've been kind of doing this a little bit within the last 2 weeks, and sort of saying, okay, what is it that's holding me back personally that I need to work on in order to feel like I can move forward? And I've been hitting that target in a personal way, and I'm really ready to move forward in my life once again. And I've had a lot of literally huge transitions over the last couple of years, and going from 302 pounds down 150 pounds. This was a huge goal and a huge transition, and from that comes all kinds of other transitions and things that happen. So it's something that you always continue to, you take your goals, and when you achieve them, you're not just done. Okay, that's done, I finished that goal, and that's it, I'm done. No, you take that goal then and you revamp it and you make it into a new goal. And how do you want to go further with that goal? What do you want to achieve? I dropped 150 pounds, but that doesn't mean I'm done. Doesn't mean I necessarily need to drop a whole bunch more pounds, but what do I want to work on to improve my health even better beyond that? What kind of healthier foods do I want to work on, or do I want to work on healthier, more exercise, or that kind of thing. And then, so really take a look at, before the month ends, what is holding you back? What is zapping your energy? And what do you need to resolve to move forward? Okay? And then take stock of all your opportunities. Take a look at everything in your life. What kind of what do you want to create in your life? What kind of opportunities do you have? What kind of opportunities do you have for physical growth, for mental growth, for social growth, for prosperity? What potential do you have, and how can you look at those to improve your life and your business? You don't have to just look at one area. You can look at the whole thing. Then maybe list 3 obstacles that you have in your life that you can reasonably eliminate from your life. What 3 things, or pick 3 things that you can eliminate. You can't pick something like you know I don't know, something that's not reasonable to eliminate, but something that really is reasonable. Like, is there a person in your life that is holding you back, that's not a direct family member, and that is just someone that just kind of saps your energy, sucks the life out of you, that really you don't need to have in your life, and is there someone like that you can just maybe let go of? I mean, because I think everybody knows people like that. Everybody knows somebody who really doesn't contribute anything to your life. They just want to take, and you're around them. It's the kind of person that is always feeling bad and never has anything positive to say, that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's best just to sort of let those people go, and if they don't want to make positive changes in their life, don't let them hold you back as either. And then and business-wise, what kind of obstacles do you have that are holding you back, or what kind of things, like maybe television. Maybe you don't want to eliminate television completely, but maybe you can look at the time you're spending, and sorry, I can hear just somebody typing. If you guys can mute yourself, maybe, if you're not talking, that would help just a little. So maybe look at the time you're spending on television. Is there time that you can eliminate? Are you playing too many video games? Can you eliminate some of that to give you more time to work towards your business or your health goals or your relationship goals? Sometimes people get into friendships or relationships, and they spend too much time watching television that they don't have any time to spend with their partner or their friends or their family. So certain areas like that, are there things that are kind of holding you back that you can reasonably eliminate. And then maybe a list of people that you want to meet in your life. Are there mentors or role models or people in your life that you would like to meet that you can, find ways to do that? I know that we are part of a networking group where we have this huge event, so it's time to plug the event there. We're going to Miami in January, and that's a place where if we have mentors that we want to meet and connect with, that's a place where we know we can connect with those people. We can connect with people that are doing things in business that we want to do in our own business. And we can get insights from them, pick their brains, if you will, and hear them live, and get support as well. So, kind of think about that. Who are the people that you would like to meet in your life that, I mean, everybody can say, like, hey, I'd like to meet some famous person, like Johnny Depp or something like that. But let's think about someone that's more reasonable that you can actually meet. That's a little more, down to life in reality. So that's not saying that all possibilities are off the shelf, but let's try to think of some people that you can meet realistically. And then maybe identify a couple of skills that you'd really like to master. What kind of skills do you want to master? It can be skills in your personal life or skills related to health, but it can also be skills in business. Do you really want to become really good at SEO, or do you really want to become super good at doing videos and marketing your videos, marketing yourself? Pick a couple of skills that you really, maybe 2 that you really want to get good at and focus on, and start watching videos, start learning, start reading about them. You know, we have all kinds of resources in our back offices personally for that specific thing. You know, whatever. If we want to learn SEO, we know where we can learn that. If we want to learn video marketing, we know where we can learn that, and we have all those available to us. So, you know, review them more than once, and get good at it. Whatever it is that you decide you want to get good at, focus on it, work on it, master it. And then look at your calendar. You know, what kind of things can you do that can really, you know, make the year a good one? And you know, being the enchanting entrepreneur that I am, I always want to include a little bit of fun. So make sure you include fun, because if you're not doing, if you don't love what you're doing and you're not having fun, then what's the point of it all? Seriously, like, what is the point of it all? Enjoy the people that are close to you. Enjoy the people that are in your life, and have a good time. Enjoy yourself, and number one, love yourself, because you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. And then here's the kicker, is plan an amazing New Year's Eve. So start your New Year's Eve with, you know, whatever it is, whether it's your loved one, whether it's your friends, family, even if it's just yourself, but plan something that makes you feel good, so that you can start off and go, January 1st, I feel good. You know, midnight, January 1st, you're doing something you love, you're with people you love, and start it off, make it amazing, and then say out loud to whoever's near you, this will be the best year yet. And then make it happen. I learned something today watching one of the TED Talk life hack shows, and we always hear that fake it till you make it. And on this particular show, the woman said, you know that fake it till you make it? She said, don't fake it till you make it. Fake it until you become it. So whatever it is you want to become, act it, be it, until you actually are it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
Carl, since you're back on, would you like to take the reins? Do you have something to add? You maybe want to redo your intro, since you didn't
Yeah,
do
Carl
that.
has something because he did some cool stuff in order to get back. So, Carl, you want to share
You know what?
your strategy over there, particularly?
This is what I will share. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. This is what I will first share. Is that my internet completely dropped out. Completely. To get back online, I've had to just call my ISP and be like, "What the hell, man? Like, I'm on the biggest hangout of the year. What's going on?" And they were like, "Have you turned it off and on again?" I'm like, dude, I've done that 3 times. What the? Anyway, so that kind of pissed me off. I'm just throwing it out there. That's the first thing I'll share. But persevered. I got off the phone and it miraculously just decided to work again. So hey, there you go. Life's good. But that's fine, because you guys are all warmed up now. So you know we're ready to get into the real good bit now. Yeah. But if you want to bring me up to speed a little bit first, because obviously I have no idea what you've covered so far. I caught kind of like midway through. I guess what you were going through there, Raven, was some tips on how to make 2014 the best.
How to make 2014 the best. I started with resolve unfinished personal issues. You know, personal or business issues. Take stock of your opportunities. List some obstacles that you can eliminate. Think of some people that you want to connect with and meet this year that are realistic. Identify a couple of skills that you want to master.
Yeah.
Schedule time to have fun and spend time with people that you enjoy being with.
Okay.
And have an amazing New Year's party
Awesome.
or
I
a New
love that.
Year's
That
evening.
was a super good one. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I guess like what you've covered there is like loads of different areas of your life that people can and should have goals in. You know, there's many. I think when we talk about the best year ever, instantly people think they're going to talk about money. Which, yeah, you should definitely. That should be one of them. You should definitely have some money goals for 2014. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. But also, don't neglect other stuff. Like Raven's just covered so many different areas of people's lives there that you kind of forget about when you're trying to plan out a really great 2014. One thing I will say, I used to teach this back in the day when I taught some life skills and stuff, was, you know, don't bother making a New Year's resolution, because the resolutions always pretty much, don't they? They fail, don't they? You know. People say, right, on the stroke of New Year's Eve, I'm going to take the last drag of my cigarette, and then that's it, man, I quit smoking. And then they throw that one down, and then like 5 minutes later, they're like, I'll start when I wake up, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, you know, I'm going to lose weight, and then a week later, because in the UK it's all cold, and, you know, they want some comfort food, so the diet's gone. Resolutions, in my opinion, suck. I've never kept a resolution. I don't know anybody who's ever kept a New Year's resolution ever. So I say this: don't make a resolution. How about you actually set and plan out and really plot and think about actual goals? Do goal setting and attainment instead of a New Year's resolution, because I think that's been watered down so much. I think people sometimes even make them just because they know it's kind of okay to break those things. So that's one thing I'm going to say straight away. Next thing as well, I'm actually going to recommend a book, which I've already spoke about on these Hangouts recently, which I just think you should get just as a matter of urgency to help plan out 2014. To really just ensure that it is your best year ever. And this is directly related to money especially. And I want you to go ahead and buy The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. You should definitely go and buy that book like right now. I've read it, and I read it like a couple of weeks back. And it really had a big effect on me, because one thing that book will take you through, if you get it right now, it's going to take you through like a mental process of figuring out, okay, you'll figure out why up until now, if you're I'm just going to assume that you're kind of frustrated, especially in a money sense, because that book is especially about building wealth, but it does actually talk about and get you to think about other areas of your life as well. This would apply to health and fitness and especially wealth, yeah? So if you're frustrated, it'll get you to think about why exactly are you in the position you are in right now with money? Like, why are you broke? What patterns, and this is one of the keys, what patterns have you just followed and fallen in line with that have ended you up where you are now? And these the same patterns that I find people inherit from their parents to do with, you know, especially like what they eat and stuff as well, you know. The reason I'm talking about like health and money for next year is because that's always the biggest ones. Generally, you know, it's the biggest ones. Maybe relationships as well, but and relationships is the same thing. You know, you inherit these patterns from your parents, you know, good and bad. Or this is what's going to happen: you either inherit their patterns or you completely rebel against. You know, and a lot of your decisions and where you are now is just going to be a result of that, which is very important for you to understand, because once you understand that, then you actually have the freedom. You can break free of the shackles of whatever you've done in the past, because it's not you, okay? It's not you. It's just something you've done. You can break free of that and go ahead and create new patterns around money, around health, around relationships, around you as a person and your whole life. You can break free of that and just realize, you know, have that, like, it's like a freedom breakthrough in your head, and you think, damn, that isn't me. That's not just the way I am. It's just like a pattern that I followed just because of how I was raised and who I was raised around, you know, the events that happened to me when I was a kid and things like this, you know. Once you realize that, you can break free of that, and then you're free to go ahead and create new patterns and new decision-making, like thought processes towards money, towards your business decisions, towards your health, you know, what you're going to eat and all that sort of stuff, towards relationships even. But you can't get to the point of the freedom in your mind to create a better version of you until you realize why you've made the decisions you've made up until this point, and actually understands that the patterns that you've followed. And you need that book. You need that book to really understand that in depth. So I recommend, definitely to have the best 2014 you could ever possibly have. Get that book. So that's The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And another thing I'm going to recommend you do as well every single day, starting from today all the way through next week is to next week, I can't even talk, next year, is to read daily. Read every single day. It's something that I believe everyone on the panel here has done this year, and I've had the pleasure from, when do we meet, guys? Was it July? It was July, wasn't it? It was July we all met, yeah. So from July
onwards, first met, yeah.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So I've had the pleasure of watching these guys kind of evolve through things that they've listened to and read, over this year, and they've hopefully seen changes in me also. And this is through the information we take in, Eventually, I heard this once. If you keep dumping enough good stuff in, eventually good stuff will come out. But you really got to pile that stuff in there to kind of get rid of all the crap you've taken in for your life as well. So, it's not like read a paragraph one day and life's all rosy the next. It's an ongoing process. So read every single day. Read something educational, inspirational. Sometimes I like to read not just books like Secrets of a Millionaire Mind and Science of Getting Rich. That had a huge impact on me this year. Science of Getting Rich, Wallace D. Wattles. If you haven't read that, get that also ASAP. But sometimes I like to read autobiographies of successful people, because there's some patterns you can follow on that as well. I like to really get into, into their head. Why are they successful? What decisions do they make? What are they trying to achieve? And through reading about, or say audiobooks, listening to about a lot of successful people, what you'll find, this is what I find anyway, is that it's actually the same story over and over. Pretty much, like the blueprint is like the same. And I'm talking about, like, I love to watch like programs from Gordon Ramsay. I love Gordon Ramsay. I just think he's a badass. I love he's super entertaining, and I respect what he's done. So like from his autobiography, which is like a chef and a TV personality, to sporting sort of idols that I have, to to maybe entrepreneurs. I read a lot of autobiographies of entrepreneurs. And it's the same story. It's like the same blueprint. They all kind of have this same like patterns that they follow. And I'm just like, damn. Success really does leave clues. If you're kind of opening to see them, and you're not just reading it for the hell of it. And that's something you can do too. All these things just compound on top of each other to help you have a great year. But that was really weird when I kind of realized that. A few things they have in common. Like, for one thing, if you want to make 2014 the best year ever, work your ass off. Because I guarantee, if you let's just say, go back to the Gordon Ramsay example, that guy worked his ass off to be who he is today. Because the fact is, and he says this in one of his books. He wasn't, when he was going through like a cooking, like college or whatever, cooking class to learn how to be a cook, he wasn't even the best one. He wasn't even the best two. He was just average. But what he had more than anybody else in his particular class was he worked harder than everybody. And he kept doing that and kept doing that until obviously he became everything he is today. And I think you'll find that if you study these successful people, they will all have that in common. They work their ass off. I think I heard Raven saying something actually about hard work and cutting out things like video games or TV or whatever, and getting to work instead. Get to work on your goals and your dreams and just get it done. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave on a compliment to Raven. That's always the best way to leave everything. And we should make that as a new rule, right?
Yeah, I like that rule.
Yeah. Always finish complimenting Raven. All good. And I just pass the baton over to whoever needs to get something off their chest.
I'll go ahead. I'll leave the best to last, and Juan is gonna be the last. So it's always the best to listen to them at the end. But yeah, as I make money from home, I can't leave anything to chance. I have to start putting everything there because I have to take care of our family. So I have to be always focusing, getting clear on what I want, getting clear on what I want from my family, and also what my family wants from me. So with that, basically, it's a little quote I want to share with you is lack of direction is lack of direction, not lack of time, is a problem. We all have 24 hours a day. So basically, a lot of people think that sometimes, oh, we don't have time, we don't have the resources, we don't have all these things, like that we perceive as something that we need to have. But in reality, it's not that. It's basically the direction that we're heading is what's making us get there a little bit slower. For instance, just take for instance a little story of a professional. We have a professional archer, right? A professional archer who hits the bullseye straight on every single time, right? He can grab an arrow, put it right in dead, and then he grabs another one and puts it right dead center, another one, and another one, right? And he is like the best of the best in the world, right? Well, I'm not that archer, but I'm pretty sure that if I work with anybody of you or anybody who's listening to this recording, I can work with for a little bit of time, and I can get you shooting better than that professional archer. As long as we blindfold that archer, turn him around at times, so he won't know where the target is. Mm-hmm. So the point of the story basically is if you don't know where your target is, if you don't know where you're shooting at, how are you even gonna be able to shoot, right? And most of the time, this is how we are traveling life. This is how we're going through, not knowing, having direction in our life, not knowing where we're going. It's basically like getting in the car, turning it up, pushing the gas, and then just saying, wherever the road takes me. That's how most of us are. And even though we have all the time in the world, we will never get to any kind of destination as long as we don't know get there. And the reason that I want to kind of talk about clarity is because Carl and Raven already talked about a lot of the great habits, a lot of the great habits that are gonna get you there. Because apart from being clarity, you have to become a good reader, right? You do have to start writing your goals. You do have to start planning for the future. So if after this live webinar, go back to the recording, listen to exactly everything that Raven said, and start taking notes if you didn't take notes, because you should have been taking notes, because it was great information. That's exactly how you're supposed to be doing it. Get it as clear as you can get. I do recommend something is start listening to Zig Ziglar, he's the like a master goal setter. I mean, he is the man when it comes to goal setting. So listen to Zig Ziglar, read his books. Make sure you're always listening to his audio. Listen to Carl also about the book, and because you want to make sure that you know where you're going. You want to make sure to be able to always have that clear, crystal clear vision. Write a date on it. Make sure you write it. How is it gonna feel? How is it gonna be? Everything. And about talking motivation, I do want to another quote from Zig Ziglar is basically motivation gets you going, and habits gets you there. So it's motivation that gets you going. But after a while, I know I've experienced it. I know everybody in the panel has experienced it, and I know you've experienced it. And it's basically all of a sudden motivation starts to kind of drift apart. That's why it's very important for you to get to yourself to events like the one in Miami, because that gets you motivated again and again. Events get you motivated, get you going, to kind of get those juices flowing. So because we all need that motivation. The thing is, once you're motivated, the best thing you can do is actually start creating great habits. Start creating habits that are when once that motivation kind of starts to slow down, those habits are still going to be there to be able to move you forward and to get you to where you want to be. So just remember, motivation is what's going to get you started, but the habits are is what's going to actually get you there. That's something blew my mind when I started noticing that, because it's true. I mean, it's true. I mean, how many times, like in exercises, right? I mean, I'm trying to get there. It's funny, but when it comes to exercise, you know, I can't get it into a habit. I've done it a couple of times, and I start losing weight, but then something happens that distracts my motivation, and because it's not a habit yet, I can't keep going. You know, so that's why I'm applying this. I'm starting to apply this to the exercise. I'm starting to apply this, you know, to every aspect of my life, even, you know, being a great father, being a great husband, a great son, a great friend, a great marketer. In everything you want goals, in everything you want that motivation, and in everything you want to create those great habits. You know, like you know, kissing your spouse or something every single day, giving them a little note saying I love you. Like, for instance, my habit is, and I feel weird when I don't do it, is basically emailing my wife like a little email every single day. I go online, I choose a photograph, like a picture of a flower or something, and I email it to her. You know, I just email it to her. You know, just having a little note. You know, I mean, we're in that. I'm a online marketer. You know, and I used to write her little notes, but now I write her little emails. You know, so she checks it on her phone. Whenever she gets a chance, she checks it and she just replies to me. So that's a habit, and that's a goal that I set for myself, because I said, you know what, I want to become a better husband. How can I do that? And by creating a habit, you know, it's starting to, you know, become even more of you know, I'm starting to make it more true, being a better husband. And so I'm starting to do things now with my daughter, and now my new child is coming over, because, you know, 3 more months and I'm gonna have a new little baby in the house. So I'm starting to create new goals for them, in order because I want them to experience success. You know, starting to learn all these concepts in an earlier age, because I always think, you know, I would have loved to be able to learn all. I would have loved to be able to have learned all these things back when I was a kid. You know, so I want to give this to my children. So I'm starting to develop little habits when it comes to that. And of course, you know, like in marketing, in online marketing, you know, trying to create habits where, you know, if you pick one single marketing technique, which if you're new, that's what you should be doing, create a habit every single day. Just create a habit. Don't even think about it until, you know, because that motivation after a while, it does go away. You know, it gets kind of mundane sometimes, you know, when you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over every day. So what you want to do is create a habit where, you know, it's fun. You know, make sure you include that fun, like Raven said. So that's what I want to include in this hangout today, is get crystal clear about what you want. Make sure you get motivated every single day. Like, you know, like this webinar, this hangout. You know, come to us every single week. Of course, we're going to take 2 weeks off because of the holidays, so just letting you guys know. But come with us every single week, and get remotivated again in whatever you're doing. And then every 3 months, come with us, you know, to our events, because we're having events every 3 months, because it's like a family reunion. We get so motivated, so pumped up, you know. So we need those, you know, every 3 months, every quarter kind of motivation, and then every day get motivated. And remember that it's you know, it's direction what's going to get you there, because everybody else, you know, everybody in the world has the same 24 hours as you. So all you're lacking right now is basically the direction, you know, which is get clear on what you want. With that, let me go ahead and just pass the mic to Mauricio, if he wants to go ahead and start sharing some good stuff right here. Thank you.
Thanks, bro. It's good stuff.
Well, my
Wow, that was great. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Or Juan.
Yeah, that's Juan. Hey, Juan.
Thank you, Nestor, for sharing this message. I am receiving a lot of value in this hangout. First, before I want to share with all of our audience what I want to share. I want to thank Carl, Nestor, Raven for being a great blessing for our life. We feel very excited and we feel very honored to be in this team. And it's amazing because 10 months ago, we take a decision, guys, and this decision was to connect with this community. this empowered network community, this family, because we just met because we share this idea to be free. We share this idea to earn money through internet, but this just single idea connect our hearts to a better future, to really share with our family, with the people around us, with everyone, an opportunity to obtain this freedom. Because um I think that the human being, we have this natural desire to be free, to not be oppressed for our Congress, for our from any corporation or any government or any economical issue. I think that we all want we want to be free. So if you already realize my second language is English, so I hope to express myself very well and to really share with you what I feel, because we want this that we're sharing with you. It comes, and I really know that it comes from our heart. It's not just from what we think. It's what we had experienced in our journey to be free persons, to be great entrepreneurs, to share and to serve others. So I want to say this and to start what I want to share with you guys. So thank you, Gard, thank you, Nestor, thank you, Raven, for being such an inspiration to us, because your persistence, your passion to do this really every day inspire us and remember us that we're here not because of the money. Is because we know that we are fighting and we are being an example for a lot of people, that everyone that take a decision and be consistent with this, he or she can do whatever they uh, imagine. So when this that being said, I want to share with you guys that I think that everyone wants to do more with less time. We all want to get early, to go to run, to do our breakfast, to be with our family, to make our business, to go and hang around with our friends, to travel around the world, to meet new people, and to do a lot of stuff that we all want to do. But the issue is that we not have maybe all the time that we want to do what we want, right? So the other day I was reading about this book. The author of this book is Tim Ferriss, The 4 Hours Work Week. And
Yeah, good
this
book.
guy talks about the Pareto principle
I
that
just read that
said
one too.
that 20% of our activities make our 80% of results. So that means that the 80% of our activities doesn't give us the results that we want. So like Nestor was being said some minutes ago, is about clarity of what are those 20% of activities that we need to focus on for we can obtain the 80% of results. But most of the people were focusing more in the 80% of the activities that give us just the 20% of results. And it's a very simple principle, and I know that everyone maybe has heard about this principle, but maybe we doesn't realize, or we does not define which are the 20% of these activities that give us the 80% of results. So what I have found in the Prosperity Team, what I have found in Empowered Network is this: how can I outsource? How can I make this leverage of tools or and on systems that can allow me to focus in these 20% of the activities, and the 80% of the other activities just outsource it and have the results. You know, that's how I think, and that's how I have experienced that I can achieve more with less. And I think that this is all about how we can earn more money working less, how we can live the life to the fullest without a lot of struggles, isn't it? So what I have found in Empower Network and in this product, in the 15K product, Laura Stone, one of the millionaires of Empower Network, talks about how to outsource, how to hire a person that can help you to scale, to drive your business to the next level. And it's something that it sounds very also simple, that hey, why not to hire someone? But this is the point, guys. The people that feels that he can do everything, it's very hard for them to hire someone. It's not very simple to outsource our things, because sometimes we feel that when we hire someone or when another people do what I need to do or what I can do, I think that people will not do the work like I can do it, you know. So is this sensation of control that is not giving us the opportunity to go forward, because we need to believe on others. We need to believe that we just need to focus in this 20% to obtain the 80% of results, not to be working and feel that you are doing a lot of things, because sometimes we feel that we're doing a lot of things, but that a lot of things doesn't give us the result that we want, isn't it? It has happened to me. I don't know if someone can connect what I am talking about, but I want to share with you that in this month we hire someone, and it's very is an experience to really hire someone for you can focus to obtain the results that you want. And in this business, in this opportunity that we are sharing with you, also with these strategies for you can rock your world in this 2014, in this opportunity, what I can assure you, what I can promise you is that you will just focus on share value with your people when you realize that you can have this leverage with our system, with our tools, with our strategies, with our trainings, for you can be more free, for you can be more, for you can experience your life at your fullest. Because what's the meaning to plan a lot to the future if we're not living the present to the fullest? I think that we all want to live this time today, in this present, our life at the fullest, isn't it? Or we will just feel satisfied to just imagine and to just plan in the future. We doesn't have secure our future. We doesn't know what the economy of the world will change. We doesn't know. There is a lot of changes around in the world, And I think that we need to focus more how today, how in this present, how tomorrow or right now we can make a little change, because it's a change, it's a mindset, it's a decision to really focus and to really find this 20% of activity that will give us the 80% of results. And this mindset and this decision is just to realize that you don't need to do everything, that you need to open your mind, open your heart for other people can help you. And we're not just talking about a theory. This is our own experience. Because 10 months ago, I didn't knew nothing about how to market online. And right now, I just have all this incredible system that allows me to focus and just bring value to my members, and that these systems give me the information, give me the opportunity for I can make $3,000 on a single day, for I can outsource most of my activities and feel and allows me to feel free and to share with you this in this moment with you this. So I hope that I explain myself. I just wanted to share with you what we are living, which are our experience, and to express from our heart that we're here to serve you, that we are here to support you, and to help you to focus in these 20% of activities that can give you these 80% of results. So with that being said, I will give the microphone to my brother, that sometimes he see me like very nervous because he thinks that the people is not understanding me, but I know that you are feeling my feelings and that you are hearing in my voice honesty. And this is all about. I know that the language sometimes can distance from one another, but I think that our difference also connects from a very most private part from our mind and from our heart. So I hope that you feel this and just
we feel it.
Everybody
Just
got what you were saying,
before
Brian.
Mauricio
Everybody.
goes on there, I just want to say that
Yeah.
Juan is definitely the heart of our group, and I feel what you say here. Not just here, but
Yes.
I feel it in my heart. When you talk, every time, it's like, wow, that man has the passion and the heart, and you really bring that heart home. You hit home with that. And your language is perfectly fine. We can understand you perfectly well. Some of your words may not be exactly the same words we would use, but we still completely understand exactly what you're saying. So it's not a
Yes.
barrier, my friend, not at
So
all.
stop worrying,
Not at
Mauricio.
all. Yeah,
awesome. Thank you, Raven, for that.
you're welcome.
Well said.
And
We're all thinking that.
Mauricio.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the things we enjoyed the most, that we can truly be, and that's a true statement. You can truly be who you really are. So I just want to take the next few minutes to share other cool stuff we've done, and yeah, because we've been having this experience that my brother shared, but also like everyone, and it's amazing because um, here is really a place where you can feel the energy, you can feel we can feel optimistic. So here's a place where we can share this with you. So other things we like most of the panelists said there's an event coming up, and it's in Miami. So one of the things we realize is like, oh, okay, so we have a few days, so we will be, and we agree with Nestor on that, like, we need to have a lot of clarity. So we went on to the bookstore because we thought about this idea that could help us kick ass the 2014 goals and boost your income. So we went on and, buy a calendar. So we choose a very a one that
Cool.
really took our attention. You know, it has a very cool pictures. So what we are going to start, and I know we're going to have 2 weeks of vacation, but we'll take some time to work as well. But
Yes.
No, you
we're
won't.
going to feel all these calendar. You can. I wanted to share you the right now the pictures because it's really really cool. So it's of course the calendar. So
So
what we're going to do is we're going to stretch ourselves and we're going to fill the next year with something Raven without even notice said. We want to meet a lot of new people next year. So our goal is to attend to the next Empower Network events and make all the on our best to meet most of all of you over there. You know, so we are gonna fill it, and in 2 weeks that we come back, you're going to say fill it, and those are going to be our goals. Who do we want to spend time with? Who do we want to learn from? And one of the things we really enjoy is that you don't only in this particular community you don't only have access to the live events that guys honestly, even if they are not the Empowered Network events, if they are local, if you have the opportunity to connect with other entrepreneurs, just step up, go and connect with people. Just try to find opportunity to serve others. So that's what we are going to do. But on our community, one of the things we also have is we also have a set of audios that you can get access to when you become a basic members, because on the next day, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but there's a new funnel, and we actually go through a little brain trick that you could literally apply for the next year, for the next 2014, to really kick ass your income. All right, so it's going to be a very very cool Empower Network funnel that you're going to see live over there, and the people that already decide to become a member and you decide to as well become an affiliate, you'll have access to all those systems. That's one of the things we like to do. We share our own systems where we are having our results. And just to make sure to say results may vary, but we are having and experiences a lot of successes inside our businesses, applying the information that allows us to build our business in such a way that we leverage the systems that we get inside the Empower Network, inside the Prosperity Team. And that's something we wanted to share with you. Maybe get a new calendar with very cool pictures and make the decision that you're going to meet, you're going to attend to events, because honestly, I truly believe, and that's one of the things we work, and we receive a lot of questions on this particular thing is, and this, I mean, you do a lot of things, right? Juan was talking about that 20%, and this, if that blew you off, here's the thing: you can focus on that 20%, leverage with the resources with other, and that will allow you to spend more time in yourself learning, getting better, learning new skills. Like Raven said, probably next year you want to become a better speaker, and maybe you decide to start shooting videos that you can share in your new viral blogging system that you'll get, right? So we truly believe we have a set of tools and systems that if you make the decision to lock arms with us, we can help you be more accountable, because that's the last thing I wanted to share, guys. Make a decision to next year have someone that can hold you accountable, because those 20%, it's the things that are easily to be distracted on, because you think they are so simple, but they are the essential things. That 20%, that place, that time where you can truly express yourself, that will make that change, that shift in your marketing, that will allow more people get connected with your message, and that will help you get more sales, and that will help you get more income, and that will help you get more leverage, and that will help you get more people locking arms with you, because you have that clarity of what you really want to achieve, and then you let us help you, sharing our systems, sharing our trainings, and you claim your access to our community. And that's just taking the decision to click the link below. Just fill the application quickly. It's very fast. It's very simple. 1, 2, 3, and you're done. And you instantly get access to all what we have in the inside. And I mean, we can spend the next 3 to 5 hours, or probably more, showing you everything you get. But I know that if you've here until this point, you truly know that what we are sharing is the truth. So what you get access, we'll appreciate if you come and then share your story with us. And make sure to get your ticket to the next event. Is going to be in Miami. It's going to be in January. You'll receive more information. That's one of the things we want to also stretch. Check your emails, guys. If you receive this invitation, if you opt in one of our marketing pages, check your email. We surely, most of us, because I know we are really, really committed with our next year, we email you daily, guys. We share with you value on a consistent basis, because we truly want to share our own journey with you to inspire you, make the next year, 2014, the best year of your life. So that's 3 or 4 points I wanted to share with you. Get the calendar, stretch yourself and go to more events, get access to our inner circle product, get connected with our team, and log and get your tickets to the next event in January. So I don't know if you guys want to add something. That's what we wanted to share, and that's it.
Yeah, I wanted to share one more thing, really quickly. that was a freaking awesome, good information right there, Marie Juan. Very, very awesome. Really quick, I pointed out something about like this vacation. This is just a tip for right now that we are going into vacation kind of time, and you got to realize that usually during January, a lot of other people, other multi-level business, marketing, whatever you want to call it, direct sales, people usually kind of slow down and start taking vacations during this time. So one lesson that I learned from when I was in cross country and back in high school, the ways we used to win competition was our coach used to tell us every time you're running and you find yourself going in front of a hill and you start running up the hill, you're going to notice that people kind of struggle and slow down. That's the time for you to go up and start picking up the pace and start passing some of those people. Because when they go down, they usually all, because of that hill that they were running up, that they kind of slack off also, just kind of getting their breath out. So if you go uphill, pass all those people, and once you go downhill, you actually relax your body, but you start taking some bigger strides. That's how you win races. And this is the time. We're in an uphill right now. We're coming to an uphill right here with January, with December, where a lot of people are going to start slacking off, which is not good but at the same time, it could be good for you because this is the time to put in the time. Because usually this is how it works really quick. When you plant a seed right now, if you plant a seed, if you want to get paid for January, you basically have to work in December. If you want to get paid in February, you got to put in the hours in January. And that's usually how it is. You have to plant the seeds in this month to start getting some results next month. So start planting the seeds right now, start working harder, climb that mountain even faster, and start passing some people up that. All right, Carl, go ahead and end it up if you want.
Just as I was about to just kick back and take 2 weeks off, man.
I know.
No.
I know I can't. It's all good. It's all good. Just some amazing value shared again this week, like from everybody. You guys always just pour out, your heart and souls into the Hangouts. Not afraid to just give the kind of information. Just give it over to people, No, we don't charge for this. This is like life-changing information as well. And everyone just like puts it all out there and is just willing to give so much to all the viewers that watch this live and will watch the recording. And everyone here is just willing to give constantly, constantly. And I guess the last thing to say today about making 2014 the best year of your life ever is to get around even more people like we got right here on this panel. People who are not always trying to take, and they're not always got themselves in mind. They're just willing to give and give and give completely unselfishly. Just what's happened, tonight again. And to do that in order for somebody else to get ahead in life, and for somebody else to win, and for somebody else to have success, and for somebody else to feel good, get around more people like that. And if you're really, really not sure where to find people like that, there is a whole bunch of them inside of the Prosperity Team. You know what? I think there's an argument for joining Prosperity Team just to network with the people that are in Prosperity Team. Whether you want to resell, whether you want to be an affiliate, whether you want to grow a business, you could I think there is an argument just to get in Prosperity Team and the Empower Network just to kind of get access to the kinds of great people that you need to be around. And just spend time with them and talk to them and connect with them and make friends with them and and that sort of thing. So I would just leave it at that. And I will say that, remember, we have a 2-week break. So the best way to stay connected with us is to click the button below and join. And if not, well, I guess we'll see you in the new year, right? It'll be the new year when we see everybody next, yeah? So I freaking love Christmas.
Right.
I want you to have the best Christmas ever. Remember, just love your family. Presents are awesome. But connect with the feelings and look at these people's faces when they open these gifts and get your magic from those moments. Have an amazing Christmas dinner. That's my favorite part of the day. and have just an awesome New Year's Eve, and we just can't wait to see you in the new year. Just ready to hit the ground running. Like Nestor said, we're going to be working hard and making sure that everyone who's locked arms with us just has a fantastic 2014. So enjoy Christmas, enjoy the New Year's, and we'll see you then. Take care.
And
everybody.
also have a
Plant seeds,
fantastic winter solstice. Of course, I had to add that.
Of course.
And we will see you in January. We are still working. We don't want to feel guilty with Nestor telling us we should be still working. We are still working, but for the next 2 Tuesdays, we will not have our hangout. So we will be back January 7th to celebrate and let you know what we have planned for 2014.
Awesome.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Cheers,
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.